Hello, Year 6. We're going to look at how to answer retrieval questions in your reading today, particularly using the skills of skimming and scanning, okay, to help you find the answers. Now, skimming is something that you would do just when you want to get a general idea, when you want to know what something's about without too much detail, okay? So skimming things you might do are looking at the table of contents. If you look at that in a non-fiction book, you'll see what each part's about. If you read maybe the first sentence of a paragraph or the last sentences, that will give you a clue what those are about. Subheadings and headings as well will give you a good idea. So the kind of things you would use skimming for would be, if you're choosing a book, you might have a flick through those things, see whether that's of interest to you or not. If you're just trying to remember what has happened, if you look at the titles of chapters even, can remind you of things. Or looking through newspapers and magazines, when you flick through them, very often you're skimming, looking for stories that you're interested in. Is this one about football? No. Okay. Scanning is almost the opposite, because what you're scanning for is when you're looking for actual specific pieces of information. So this can find you actual answers to questions. So what you need for scanning is to look at the keywords, think, right, what are the important words that I'm looking for to do with the topic that I'm finding out about, to do with what I'm being asked to answer. If there's some bold print there, might help you. If there's some italics, the slopey writing, then that could help you if you can spot that quickly when you're scanning through. If there's larger font sizes, you can spot those by scanning quickly through. Bullet points are really good for scanning. You can spot those easily. So if there's a particular question, you need to decide on the key words to look for. Numbers as well can often help. Let's just look at a quick example. So here's a bit of a newspaper report. You can skim and scan this. So for skimming, cat up a tree, chimp in a chimney. There's your headline. Think, well, something to do with animals maybe. Then look at subheadings, unusual rescues, more important work. So it's something to do with, I would say, just from that, you can work out this is to do with unusual animal rescues. That's your skimming. So scanning then, you things like 620 animals, got more specific details where you can find out, right, how many animals rescued last year, 620. Questions like that can be answered with scanning, where you can spot things easily. Okay, right. Let's try it for real. So there's a short text there. You could tell what it's about just by the headline, I think. But have a read through it. Pause this while you're reading it, and then start it once again once you're ready to try some questions. Well done. Right, you've read through that. You've got a really good idea what it's about. Let's answer some actual retrieval questions. So I've just got the first paragraph here. We'll just have a quick practice on this, and then you can try your own worksheets. So retrieval questions, we'll use scanning for these, because they're the kind of questions where you can just go in, put your finger on it, pull out the answer. No problem. Okay, so first question, what was the main cause of injuries on the night of the hurricane? Right, so what keywords might we look for there? Good. Could be injuries, could be main cause. So let's have a look through, scan through. Oh, here's injured here. Oh, and mainly right beside it. So this looks like a useful sentence. Let's read from the beginning of the sentence. After the most severe night of storms to hit southern England since 1703, 18 people have died and more have been injured, mainly by debris from buildings and falling trees. So what was the main cause of injuries on the night of the hurricane? Well, here we have it, injured mainly, debris from buildings and falling trees. So a good written answer for that would be the main cause of injuries was debris from buildings and falling trees. That wasn't so hard, was it? Right. Question 2, why did the trees fall easily? What keywords could we look for there? Yes, I think trees, easily, something like that. Trees and easily. So let's have a scan through. Scan. Trees, here we are. Easily. There's your sentence. Go back to the beginning of that sentence. Weeks of steady rain have weakened tree roots so that trees fall easily. Why did the trees fall easily? Because there was weeks of steady rain which have weakened the tree roots. Done. As easy as that. Good. Question 3. From which direction was the wind blowing? Now, what keywords might we look for there? Maybe direction. Think about directions. What directions might you use here? You could use the points of the compass, maybe north, south, east, west. Any of those tend to be wind directions. So look for north, south, east, west. We scan through quickly. Can we see any of those? Ooh, scan. No. Can you see my cursor scanning here? Any here? Oh, hang on. The eye has been drawn down here. See that? There's a west. Let's just see if that is the right one. Go back to the beginning of the sentence. Rescue workers struggled to respond to a record number of calls as winds from the west reached up to 110 miles per hour. Which direction was the wind blowing? From the west. There you go. Scanned it, found it. And the last one, where was the pier destroyed? What keywords could we look for there? Maybe something about being destroyed. Definitely pier. If it's about a pier, that's the word we want. So again, let's scan. Can we find pier somewhere? Oh, hang on, here we are. Here's pier. We've got pier. Let's look at the beginning of that sentence. A caravan park was razed to the ground and Shanklin Pier on the Isle of Wight has been completely destroyed. We've got pier and destroyed there. Where was the pier destroyed? Shanklin on the Isle of Wight. That's all there is to it. Okay. Have a go at your worksheets and good luck. Bye.